Hello, everyone.
Hi, how are y'all?
Welcome back.
Happy Easter.
It's your co-host, Amina Hines.
Twitchina Grill.
So we're gonna conclude our last segment on PTSD for adults, post-traumatic stress disorder. If you remember, we talked about the different grounding techniques that you can use, which brings you back to the present and distracts you from distressing, disturbing thoughts or memories about traumatic events that trigger your condition. So in a second, Twitchina is going to finish with mental grounding techniques. And then I'm going to follow up with soothing grounding techniques. And then we'll give you some important information for our next video.
Okay, we're going to start with reciting a poem to yourself. Something that's funny, soothing, okay? Something that maybe you might be going through. Something that is very personal to yourself. Write a poem, okay, and shape the words according to your mouth. Shape the words as you're speaking about it. You can let it form out of your mouth. Hear it, feel it as you talk about the poem. Visualize it, okay? Each word as it come out. Poems are very nice to go with. Make yourself laugh. Make up a silly joke for yourself. The kind that you might find funny, okay? For example, candy wrapper or popsicle stick. Candy wrapper or popsicle stick are sweet, okay? You could build different items with it. So this is just one example that they are given. But make yourself laugh. Find something humorous that happened in your life during your lifetime. Think about something that, made you happy for that moment. Whatever it is that's going to make you laugh. Go back to it for a second and practice how to make yourself laugh. You'll be surprised laughing how it helps you as an individual.
And one other thing, if you like comedy shows, you can access those on social media like Facebook, Instagram. You can even use YouTube. So that's another thought as far as making yourself laugh.
Use an anchoring statement. This might be something like my full name, okay? City, state. Something that's anchoring, something that's happening in your life, okay? Something where you could actually visualize and see. So use anchoring statements, okay, as you go along. You can expand on the phrases by adding details until you feel calm, such as, it's raining lightly, but I can still see the sun. It's my break time. I'm thirsty, so I'm going to make a cup of tea, or I'm going to drink something cold, okay? Something that's going to anchor you at the present. Visualize a daily task you enjoy and don't mind doing. If you like doing laundry, cleaning your house, something that's very, very soothing. I like doing laundry. I like cleaning my house because it's soothing as you go along. You feel the warm water. You feel the soap in your hands. You see the water running. You actually see what you're doing. It keeps you grounded. Describe a common task. Think of an activity you do often on a daily basis, such as making a cup of coffee, locking up your office, or turning a guitar on. Go through the process step by step. Whatever you choose to do to keep yourself grounded, whatever you are doing at that moment, go through it step by step, slowly, so you can actually feel what you're doing and keep, in touch with what you're doing at the same time. Describe what's around you. A good thing is when you're starting to feel so uncomfortable within yourself, and you don't know what to do, use these techniques to bring you back to yourself. And grounding is very, very important. Spend a few minutes of your day, looking at your surroundings, looking at the sunlight, looking at the rain, looking at the trees. Just bring yourself back to by remembering where you at. Okay, so when you remember where you at and keep yourself grounded at all times, will keep yourself from falling into the emotional habits that we have, that we have created for ourselves. So we have to learn to retrain ourselves. So some of these techniques that we are telling you is just to retrain the mind and retrain ourselves. Now I'm going to pass it to Amena, where she has more techniques to tell you about.
So now I just want to cover 9 more techniques, and these fall under the category of soothing techniques. So the other ones were geared towards distracting your mind, retraining your mind, as Trishina said. Now these are supposed to influence your feelings, to relax you. And again, it's very important to note that our thoughts influence our feelings. So we can control our emotions by changing our thoughts. So one soothing grounding technique is to picture the face of someone that you love, or to try to hear their voice. And especially if they have a soothing voice or a very pleasant face, doing this exercise will really relax you. Another way is to practice self-kindness and compassion. Let's face it, sometimes the things we tell ourselves, we would never tell our friends. So if we have a lot of negative self-talk, we beat ourselves up, that's a time to take a step back and say, I would never say that to my friend. How could I reframe this? Instead of saying, oh, you're so stupid, you always do this or you always do that, give yourself some grace. Say, I messed up this time, but next time I'm going to do better. So that is a way to practice self-kindness and compassion. Another soothing grounding technique is to play with pets. If you have pets, or if you could go to a pet store, petting animals is actually considered a part of therapy in some institutions, medical institutions. But pets really are very helpful for soothing and relaxing you. Another way is to list your favorite media or products. For example, what I mean is songs, movies, books, and when you have the opportunity, you might want to either watch it, listen to it, or read it. Another thing is to visualize your favorite place. This is so critical, and this costs nothing. Maybe you love the beach or the park, or you love the Bahamas, but you can't afford to go there right now. You can just close your eyes and just imagine that the water is brushing, the cool water is brushing against your feet, or the breeze is caressing your face, So you want to visualize your favorite place. And you can do this for even just 5 minutes, and you will feel calm. Another thing you can do is touch something comforting. So they have what you call weighted blankets, and they're very heavy, but they feel kind of relaxing and nurturing and calming. Excuse me. Other things might be, it could be your favorite t-shirt, a really soft fuzzy sweater, a blanket. Something that's soft to the touch and is very comforting. And it could be that old ratty bathrobe.
Yes.
Yeah. Last two. List things that bring you joy. So you might want to list 4 or 5 things and just briefly think about each one. So for example, let's say you just love eating Rocky Road ice cream. For 5 minutes, you know, you can just sit there, imagine, you know, you're biting into it, the coldness, the sweetness, all of that. And other things, anything that brings you joy, just focus on that. And then the last one is to listen to music. But this is not an ordinary exercise of listening to music. When you do this, you want to act like it's your favorite song and you're hearing it for the first time. So you're paying attention to every detail. You're paying attention to the chords, you know, the different instruments being played and how they blend together, or if they're dissonant and they don't sound good or whatever. But you want to like fully immerse yourself in this experience, and doing any of these exercises will distract you from disturbing, distressing thoughts. So on that note, we're going to end this session on PTSD in adults. And our next segments, the next couple of segments are going to be about PTSD in teens, the signs to look for, and children, sorry. The signs to look for and ways to treat it. So we always like to give you some resources, and we will have some for the teens in the next segment. But if you are considering suicide or have suicidal thoughts, there is a national hotline that you can access 24/7. The number is 988. And if you prefer text, you can just type in 741-741 and someone will attend to you. So we just want you, to know that help is out there. Please take this seriously. And if you know someone that's struggling with these areas, you can be a light for them and offer them hope.
Okay, y'all. Have a great day, John. And enjoy your week.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. See you next week. Bye-bye now.